we have the non-sporting group in the ring, please?
Non-sporting group is made up of dogs that are larger.
13 Best in Show winners from this group, including, as mentioned, the miniature poodle Sage, who was last year's group winner and then went on to take Best in Show. So from the hound group, there were 34. From the toy group, 25. Just 21 entries here in the non-sporting group.
And Vicky Seiler-Cushman, who we're going to see, she's such a wonderful judge. She's an expert in the non-sporting group. She'll sort these out. She's a Siberian breeder, actually.
Her fourth judging assignment at Westminster, and approved to judge the not only non-sporting but working and herding groups.
Yeah, and it just speaks to her long background in the sport and what an expert she is in many different fields. So I think that helps you become a better judge. And she's doing the great walk down now, getting that first idea of every dog.
And again, when you talk about breeds entered by group, there were 290 that started to get down to the 21 in the non-sporting group. And we'll pick the best one. Tonight, 4 groups, tomorrow 3, and then Best in Show as we are heading toward 150 years of this. This is the 149th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. Michael Lefebvre.
The American Eskimo dog, descended from the German Spitz, presents a picture of strength, alertness, and beauty. Bred to be watchdogs, they live to please and protect their family. This is an intelligent breed that delights in learning, as evidenced by their success in the obedience and agility rings. This is American Eskimo dog, number 14.
Okay.
Bronx, who's from New York.
Can't beat it, local favorite. There you go. And, you know, we saw this dog on the table. A lot of these dogs are going to be judged in different places. So they put the smaller dogs on the table, the medium dogs typically on a ramp, and the larger dogs on the ground. And it just helps the judge examine the dogs.
And again, on the younger side, this one almost at the age of 2.
Look at that little smile.
The Bichon frise originated in the Mediterranean area, ultimately arriving in France. The name means small dog with curly hair, giving an appearance of a living powder puff. This high-spirited little fellow is a wonderful companion dog. This is Bichon frise, number 19.
And this is one of our top non-sporting dogs. And one thing I want to say is this handler was in the hospital 2 days ago, not feeling very well. Dog people are tough. They'll do anything. And, you know, to come to Westminster, Lisa put everything beside. And, you know, here she is showing Neil. Maybe we'll have a repeat. You know, we had a Bichon win a few years ago, Flynn.
Yes, Flynn in 2018. And a couple of times the Bichon Frise has Best in Show titles.
He's showing great tonight. Just a nice even pace. That beautiful full coat that bounces back when she touches it. You don't see any dimples from where she touched it. And that's a sign of a correct coat.
The Boston Terrier did indeed originate in the Boston area and was recognized by the AKC in 1893 as the first American-bred dog. The Boston's alert expression, lovable disposition, characteristic square head, and markings give him a style and the well-earned nickname, the American Gentleman. This is Boston Terrier, number 34.
I think judging's a little bit of a geometry lesson. So this is a square on a square head on a square body. It's very important. If they're round, if they're off square, they lose a lot of their style. We want them to be nice and square. That's a great show for the dog. Came right back, 4 square, legs straight up and down. It's really nice. That's what we want to see.
A 1.5-year-old from Michigan.
The Bulldog's traits of courage and tenacity have long made him a symbol of determination. Yet despite his tough guy good looks, he is a fun-loving and sociable breed. The Bulldog is most happy in his role as an affectionate companion. This is Bulldog, number 10.
And the Bulldog's popular here. 45
Bite.
American universities use the Bulldog as a mascot. Yale
Okay,
was the
right down to
first
about that yellow cannon back
back
to
in
me.
1889 to have a mascot. And the Bulldog has been associated with a number of programs. The website, by the way, that put out the definitive ranking of college sports 11 best dog mascots. Duke Dog from James Madison University, a Bulldog at the top of that list.
You know, I think it is. They're such a detailed breed with all these unique features that there's something to look at from every angle. From their head that has this beautiful layback, this really strong jaw, wide, this low slung body, and then they have this
Very good, and
rise
right
over the
around, thank you.
loin that goes into a low set tail, this tapered rear. I mean, there's so much detail. I mean, I could go on for a half an hour just talking about a Bulldog.
Chinese Shar-Pei probably dates back to the Han Dynasty, about 200 BC. The name is literally translated as sandskin or sandpaper-like coat. Originally a multi-purpose farm dog, the breed has made a remarkable comeback from near extinction in the
Bite
1960s. This is
Can I
Chinese
open?
Shar-Pei, number
Lovely.
18.
Okay, right down to the yellow cannon back to me.
So she said to open the mouth, and it's very unique. You'll see this in the Shar-Pei and the Chow. They have to have pigment. They have to have this blue-black pigment on their tongue. And if they're not, they have to be removed from the ring because it's imperative that they have it.
Wow.
So that's why she asked to see the mouth. She'll do it on the Chow that's coming up as well.
So that's part of the standard. that you-
It's in the standard, so we're trained to look for that, and the people know to show it. Oh, look at that. Great,
Lovely, right
great
on around.
pose.
and the wrinkles in the
Very
are
typical
part of that.
and asked for. Yep, absolutely.
Chow Chow is one of the oldest recognizable dogs, discovered in China more than 2,000 years ago. Originally used for hunting, herding, and protection, today is primarily a companion dog. A Chow Chow has a blue-black tongue and a stilted gait, and has either a smooth or a rough double coat. This is Chow Chow, number 7.
And the bite first. Thank you, and then open. Thank you very much. Okay, straight down, about to the yellow cannon back to me.
Sigmund Freud was a Chow Chow owner. He'd bring him to therapy sessions. He felt dogs had a sense of a person's character. And he thought that his dog had helped assess sometimes the patient's.
Yeah, I think Chows are they're a very sensitive breed, so I think they would be very in tune to their own, the person in the room. And they're such a unique breed. They're this compact, square dog. And, we talked about the Afghan
nice.
moving
Right
out.
on
When we
around.
see this dog go around, he's not going to have a big open gait like the Afghan hound did. We want a stilted gait, so kind of a short stepping gait.
Great face.
Oh, that face, it's beautiful.
Tales of 16th century pirates and shipwrecks surround the Coton de Tulear, a breed developed on the island of Madagascar. Their name derives from the cottony texture of their coat. Cotons are agile, intelligent, quirky, and clown-like. They are readily adaptable to all lifestyles and have become treasured companions. This is Coton de Tulear, number 16.
Yep. Lovely. Very good. Thank you. And just down to about the yellow cannon back to me.
And they come in 3 different colors. Amazingly, though, when you look, they really do not shed, which you would think.
Well, their color's white, and then they can have a little biscuit running through.
Oh,
them.
other
Yeah.
colors blended in with the white?
They
Yeah.
should be primarily
white.
Yeah, absolutely. And they have a very unique top line, this slightly arched top line. When we talk about structure, a lot of dogs have a flat top line. That's not called for in this breed. It would be very atypical to have a flat.
Very good.
And you can
Okay.
see that
Alright.
beautiful fall off the back. The tail carried up over the back, only in motion typically, sometimes standing.
The Dalmatian is known as the original coach dog. His endurance and natural affinity for horses led to his early role as a guardian of the horse-drawn vehicles.
Oh, that's
His uniquely striking coat, coupled with his durability and loyalty, made him a popular firehouse mascot and a devoted family dog. This is Dalmatian, number 14.
So one of the key
showed me the bite
characteristics
already, so
of a Dalmatian
straight down and back.
are the spots, and they can be black or liver. They should be on a clear white background. They should be evenly distributed, never muddled together. This dog's beautifully marked. The markings are really nice and clear. And that's a hallmark of this breed, along with their athleticism. They have to have endurance. They shouldn't be a cumbersome dog because they have to be an agile dog.
And they're born without the spots, and then
They do
obviously
start white, so
they grow.
you won't see
Yeah.
the spots until a couple days in.
And Rotten Tomatoes ranks among the top best dog movies, the number one still, 101 Dalmatians.
The Finnish Spitz is the national dog of Finland. With its glorious red-gold coat, bold carriage, and brisk movement, the Finnish Spitz presents a fox-like picture. While cautious with strangers, this medium-sized, highly intelligent breed is well-suited for families with children. This is Finnish Spitz,
And
number
down and
7.
back. About to the yellow can.
We talked about that Spitz earlier, so this is another one of the Spitz breeds. And you can see we talked about the tail carried over the back, the pointed ears set high on the head, the beautiful double coat. It's very protective. And they're a very agile sporting dog. I mean, they're so sporty when they're out there, and they're vocal too. And that was how they hunted.
Yeah, local to the point of
Very good.
a
Right
Finnish
on, please.
Spitz can bark as many as 160 times per minute. And
you
they're,
know,
they're great with kids too.
Yeah, they're a really nice breed, and that was part of their breed.
Sharing a common ancestor with the modern Bulldog, the smaller French Bulldog originated in the 1800s as a companion for English lace makers. Exported to France, they soon became very popular in Paris. These funny little clowns are a popular companion breed throughout the world. This is French Bulldog, number 16.
Okay, back to the yellow can and back to me.
The most popular breed in America.
You hear the crowd, and yet, no, not yet. Best in Show wins. First, gotta win the group. This is Sassy from New York.
Sassafras Lass. That's a great name.
And we talk about the gait. This is the correct gait here is kind of a 4 tracking foot pattern.
Sure,
With
and that's a unique thing. We see dogs that kind of converge when they walk, and some walk wide and parallel. So there's all different types of gaits within the breed. I'll just give a little self a scratch, little itch on them, come back.
Okay, very good. Right on.
Sometimes the leash tickles there. It's great. It shows their personality.
A member of the Spitz family, the Keeshond's luxurious standoff coat and unique expressive markings are its key characteristics. They are known for their keen intelligence and their outgoing and friendly nature. The Keeshond as a consistent top performer in agility and obedience trials. This is Keeshond, number 11.
And the bite.
Looks like a guy wearing a coat,
Good.
under a coat, but we saw him lift the tail, so the distinguishing tail bent kind of back over.
Sure, the tail curls, and
yeah.
it should be tightly set to the top line. And the hallmark of this breed are their markings and color. They also have the spectacles. When you see their face, they have spectacles around their eyes with the markings. It's very important.
Very good. Right on around.
And Joanne Reed, the handler and breeder, this woman has been in this breed for a very long time and has done so much for the breed and kept it really in the forefront.
The Lhasa Apso is an ancient Tibetan breed, long-serving as a watchdog inside homes and monasteries. British colonists summering in the Himalayas imported the breed to England. Considered sacred in his native Tibet, he is a treasure today as a clever, enchanting companion. This is Lhasa Apso, number 6.
Great. And let's see him go down and back.
Popular status with Buddhist monks and the Dalai Lamas over the centuries.
Yeah, they were revered. And, we see this coat, and, you're just mentioning it, If you think about where they lived, that coat was protective. And they had that heavy hair that wouldn't break, and it protected them from the cold. And Susan Giles, a breeder, owner, handler, she has this Lhasa in stunning condition. She's done a great job through the years showing Lhasa Apsos.
Depicted in art since the 1400s, the Lowchen Translates from German as Little Lion Dog. The breed originated in Central Europe as a companion dog. This versatile small dog has changed little in over 600 years. It is identified by the distinctive lion trim, gaily carried tail, and a mischievous personality. This is Lowchen, number 17.
And you know, we're looking at a dog that obviously has a very unique trim, and she's actually right now checking the feet to see if the trim is within the standard of how they're supposed to be trimmed out. So it's it looks like a lion, obviously. So the Lowchen, a little lion dog.
They worry about the nails on the dog?
Sure, it's part of the general maintenance of all the dogs being shown. We trim their nails. We try weekly. Some of us get a little lazy and do it every other week. So, and it's important. It's part of conditioning a dog.
1969, Guinness Book of Records named this is the rarest breed in the world at the time, the Lowchen.
Wonderful. And right on around, please.
And they have a great little deportment when they run around the ring with that high tail carriage, their head carried up. You can see that there. Just a proud little dog.
The Norwegian Lundehund, or puffin dog, spent centuries on the rocky cliffs and high fields of Arctic Norway, hunting and retrieving puffin birds. Once an important meat and feather crop to local farmers. Uniquely equipped for their task, this little Spitz-type dog has at least 6 toes on each foot for stability and a flexible skeleton structure which enables the dog to squirm out of tight spots or spread eagle to avoid slips and falls. Lundehunds have a protective double coat, reddish brown, often with white collar and feet and a white tip on the tail. This is Norwegian Lundehund, number 7.
I'm so glad to see this breed here because it is, as you can see, a very unique breed. They have 6 toes. They have a rotary gait in the front, which obviously does not look like any other breed, nor should it. It's very correct for its own breed.
A quick stop.
He's just looking at his mom saying, "What's going on?"
Wanted a quick snack, or he wasn't going to continue.
The poodle is a very old hunting dog of unknown origin. Germany and France both had their poodles, but it was the French who made it their national dog. Poodles come in 3 varieties based on size, but they're all one breed. In this group, there are the standard over 15 inches, the miniature under 15 inches, but in excess of 10 inches. The toy poodle was exhibited in the toy group. This is miniature poodle, number 46.
Wonderful. And then right down and back.
Again, this beautiful athletic poodle. And you can see it in a little different trim. So this is the English saddle trim. So, but another protective trim. So actually on the knee joints and covering a little bit of the pastern. So it's very typical.
What about the temperament? Like the smaller version?
Yes, the temperaments are the same, and they should be. And you can see, look how proud. And, we call part of this poodly, where they just come out and stand up and throw their head back and have this proudness about them. And, that's so important in a poodle when they say poodly. That's what we just saw, where it just came out and showed itself.
And one of the smartest breeds. Last year, Best in Show from this group. And Sage went on to win Best in Show. And for those that haven't been tuned in, why was it such an emotional moment for the dog, its owner, Henry?
Well, we lost Cause shortly after he went Best in Show here. He was a dear friend and, a real champion of the poodle. He worked so hard with all the sizes, and he just really put his time in. And it's a loss for the whole community. I love Cause. I competed against him, and he was always a gracious man. And we can't thank him enough for everything he did for the sport. And it was truly a sad day.
A successful moment, but he lives on with all of us in the memory of Sage and Kaz, as mentioned here tonight, thought of, remembered fondly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here on the standard poodle, the clip we see today in the show ring is derived from practical considerations. The covering on the chest and joints protect these areas when the dog is retrieving game in water. And the puff at the end of the tail is said to be a French jab at the British lion. This is standard poodle number 17.
Great swimmers. They got that leggy kind of statuesque
This really is a working dog. I mean, this, you could consider it a sporting dog. You can consider it a working dog, a retriever. They did everything. You know, we fancified them a little bit, but you know, the hair is practical. It really is practical for what they had to do.
Yeah, the standard poodles actually attempted to compete in the Iditarod. If you go back into the late '80s, and some of them were cold with the frozen
Sure,
feet
and they left
hair.
more coat on the dog and things like
At that time, yeah.
This dog's out there having a great time. They can be little
very
rascals.
nice.
See,
Right on.
that's what we asked for right there.
Wow.
And they're athletic. You can see that they're jumping up, and the standard poodles really are clowns. They're just such great tempered dogs.
Is he jumping for a snack or just wanted to be noticed here?
There we go. Look at that. Right up to her. And you know what? Sarah just smiled and was happy because her dog's having a great time out there, and that's what it's all about.
A Schipperke originated in Belgium. He is an active and agile watchdog, vermin hunter, and a devoted family pet. Schipperkes are adaptable at home both in city and country environments. Their unique coat pattern and silhouette distinguishes them from all other breeds. This is Schipperke, number 10.
And the bite.
It's a little difficult to see because he's an all-black dog, but they have a distinctive standout ruff, and then they have a cape which goes beyond the neck, and then what they call the jabot, which is across the chest and down between the front legs. So it's a required pattern that you'll see. And you can kind of see it there a little bit shimmering, and you'll see those breaks in the coat where those different patterns start and end.
They are fearless watchdogs. They do have
Right on around.
a lengthy life expectancy.
They do live, and you know what? Many of these are shown. You want to talk about a veteran? We've seen dogs 10 and 12 years old competing in winning groups here.
That deserves a wow.
The Shiba Inu is one of the ancient Japanese hunting breeds. They are smart, foxy little dogs with an independent nature. Shibas can be strong-willed, but with socialization and training, they make wonderful, loyal companions and can participate in many dog sports. This is Shiba Inu, number 22.
So this is actually the smallest of the 6 Spitz breeds native to Japan. So there's a lot of Spitz breeds that come from Japan, and this is the smallest one. And they have very distinctive markings. They have this Irajiro, which has to be on the chest, kind of like a butterfly marking in the white.
Looking for its
Good job. Right on around.
first group win. Kind of a calm dignity about him.
Tibetan Spaniel was originated in the Himalayas over 2,000 years ago. Their keen eyes and ability to see great distances made them exceptionally good guard dogs for Tibetan monasteries. These little lions are alert, intelligent dogs who thrive on human companionship. This is Tibetan Spaniel, number 7.
This is a great breed with this distinctive kind of ape-like face, and they have this deep muzzle, but a small head actually. They're not supposed to have a big head like a Pekingese does. They're a smaller head in proportion to the body.
Wonder how often you have to brush them.
They're actually fairly low maintenance dogs to have them in this kind of condition. Once a week, maybe even less. I mean, and you know the thing about, you see all these coated dogs, you can clip them down. They don't have to have all this hair if you don't want to have it. But this coat is really easy to maintain. So really, if it looks really nice, but it's really easy to maintain.
The third of the 3 native Tibetan breeds of the non-sporting group is the Tibetan Terrier, also bred and raised in monasteries well over 2,000 years ago. The breed was called a terrier because of its size. He is a dog of great agility and is prized as an intelligent, loyal, and affectionate companion. This is Tibetan Terrier, number 7.
If you look right now, she just pressed down on the feet, which is not a typical maneuver a judge does. They have to have these large feet because they climbed on the rocks in the Himalayas and things like that. So it was very important, you know, they were monastery dogs, and they'd sit up on the, you know, with the monks, and they had to have these feet to traverse the land.
No, that's a great point. They have a flat snowshoe-like foot.
And we chat because it's interesting. Some of them are so small, and then the really good ones, they have these big, large feet. It's really nice when you find that.
This is Soho. That's
Right
the
on
name.
around, please.
And Lois and her sister have shown these, inbred this breed for a very long time, along with Dinah Planch and Lori Livingston.
Blending the colors with a head shake.
Xoloitzcuintli, or Xolo as it is commonly called, is the national dog of Mexico. These dogs descended from hairless dogs prized by the Aztecs and revered as guardians of the dead. Their keen intelligence, trainability, and natural cleanliness make them unique and valued pets today. This is Xoloitzcuintli, number 11.
One of 3 dogs entered from Mexico this year.
And we actually had some judges, and the president of the Mexican Kennel Club was judging here, Dr. Pero. I don't know if he did this breed today, but he was here, and I saw him clapping on the sidelines for his native breed, so that was nice to see. And these come in 3 sizes, too, so if the one's a little too big, there's a miniature and there's a toy size. Look at that stuff.
Right on around.
That's great.
That completes our 3rd group of the night. This the non-sporting.
Great on the go. Look at that side gate. That beautiful. His skin's in perfect condition. Just glistening. Great job.
Vicky Seiler Cushman will narrow the field.
Yeah, she's got a tough job here tonight. She's got some really great dogs, and they all put on a show. It makes me happy when you see all the dogs come out and show so well.
Yeah, we really haven't had any of the dogs stumble.
No, they've all, you know, that's part of what the purebred
We have
dog,
the
they give us
Bichon,
this.
please, right here.
Ah, the Bichon. Leo
Facing
coming
this
out.
direction, right here.
Kind of a frisky
The
fella there.
Shar-Pei. The Chow. The French Bulldog, please. French
Hey.
Bulldog.
There's a chance.
All
The
right.
Keeshond. The Lhasa Apso.
Get that Frenchie.
Schipperke. Xoloitzcuintli.
Very nice. Beautiful job. You can't go wrong here.
What will be the X factor?
I think, you know, we're going to see that go around. Maybe she'll place them before she does it, but I think she's going to take that one last look.
One at a time.
Here we go. That go around. It's how they keep themselves composed, how their gait looks to her.
Back. One at a time.
The Bichon looks great. Look at that.
Next.
Look at her eyes. And the Shar-Pei moving out beautifully at the end of the leash.
Next.
And the Chow right beside the handle where he should be. He shouldn't be moving out. It's great. The Frenchie, the crowd's going crazy.
Next.
And again, the judge doesn't listen to the crowd at all. That does not affect.
No, you know, when you're out there judging, and I haven't judged the group, and you just kind of go into a zone and you're really thinking hard now. The Lhasa looks great. The Schipperkes are always a dependable show dog. Look at that beautiful, effortless movement. And the crowd loves the Xolo tonight. It's nice. They've probably never seen, a lot of people haven't seen one, so it's really nice that they're behind a rarer breed.
I'm going to ask you to spell that later.
I can do it.
Really?
Yeah,
Of
I
course
think I
you
can.
May I have the Bichon frisé? Right here.
It's not over yet.
May I have the Xolo?
Oh, the crowd's thrilled about
And
that
the
selection.
Lhasa.
Oh, the Lhasa, that's a lovely dog. Good for her. Good for Susan.
And the Schipperke.
Wonderful.
And the Bichon is first. The Xolo is second, the Lhasa is third, and the Schipperke will be fourth.
Keeshond Flynn, the 2018 winner from this particular breed. Good look into the camera, surviving the 20 other competitors here.
Neil looked great tonight. He put on a tremendous show.
From Texas, Jamie Little is down there in the show ring. Jamie.
And Lisa getting all the high fives and the hugs. And Lisa, I talked to you earlier today. Hard to believe. You were in the hospital this weekend and you were released yesterday. How did you pull this off with Neil to get here tonight? And now you're moving on to Best in Show.
It was a lot of work. We have wonderful owners of Neil and myself, and we worked very hard to get here, and it paid off.
What do you want people to know about Neil?
Neil is a fabulous representative of the breed. He loves life. He loves people. He's a beautiful Bichon, and I mean his movement is phenomenal. He's just an amazing little dog.
Go get some, with a big heart, go get some rest. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you very much.
All right, Neil does it.